Hello, everybody, and welcome to WarCrafters for... Is it really? Really? Oh my goodness. It's June 1st. We're in the time machine. 2025, Season 2, Episode 22. I'm Mayor Watt. I run ohmTown.com, and when my brain breaks, that's what it smells like. We're going to talk about 5 articles. Sentient AI isn't here. And we're going to talk about Off to Play Undertale, Paper Clay, Time to Beat increases, a gaming subscription, and Summer Game Fest 2025. All right. Just in case you missed it, I am Mayor Watt. I run ohmTown.com, and this is WarCrafters. We're running a little behind schedule, and I'm a little punch drunk. So let's get into this. This is the front page of ohmTown.com. It's what I use to manage my information overload. I basically aggregate a bunch of news into 6 main categories and 50 channels underneath it, 6 of which are turned into weekly shows. 1 is a daily show, and we're running a little late. But anyway, this is what WarCrafters looks like, and this is one of the new logos for the show. We're getting new higher resolution graphics for all of our channel art. So stick around. Hopefully you enjoy the show, and all of these shows are actually going to be going over to the YouTube and posted over there, but not on Twitch because, well, I'm not recording them live. I'm posting them after I record them. Yeah. All right. Well, anyway, this is a first article for WarCrafters, and which is a show about gaming. It's over at Mobile and Off. The surreal RPG that inspired Undertale gets a free prologue chapter right about, according to this, now. Now, this article was aggregated sometime between May 26th and 27th. Well, the news came in the 24 hours between 26th and 27th. So it says, even the greatest games of all time have their inspirations, and Undertale took the gaming world by storm when it was released in 2015. But even its most devoted fans may not have known about Off. Originally released in 2008, Off is a cult classic, and one that the person was blissfully unaware of, and thankfully fans of the Toby Fox masterpiece will be able to experience the game that inspired it now that Off has officially released a prologue chapter for no cost. The article is over at Vice.com, written by Sean Sakaki. Pardon me, Sean Sakaki. This is what it looks like there, folks. It looks like 8-bit graphics from 2008. I don't know. I never played it. It says here that they had the privilege and pleasure of diving into the prologue chapter, and they're really amazed by how wild Off is, how off the chain it is. It is off. Many people of Off inspired Toby Fox during the many parts of Off inspired Toby Fox during the creation of Undertale. In an interview with fan gamer /Off, he mentions that Papyrus and Sans were both inspired by many characters within this world, even after playing just a small portion of it, which covered Zones 0 and... Is it Zenless Zone 0? No. And 1, they can see it. The author says that they can see it. There's a lot more over here at this article. If you want to find out more about it, it says both games draw from Earthbound, but they couldn't be any more different. Both Off and Undertale are far more dark and sinister overall. You can go and download the demo right now. Next article is over in WarCrafters as well. Paper Clay is a cute, breezy platformer you can easily knock out in a weekend. I'm not really into that kind of breezy. You know, I want to play games like Dune that might have legs forever, or Arc Raiders, which I can't wait for it to be released. I didn't really like Helldivers 2. It felt weird to me, and everybody abandoned it at the exact same time, which is that just sucks. I started to get into it, but it's really not my bag. But I'm hoping that the world building around Dune takes me places. I don't know. I've been looking for my forever game, but I think I'm gonna be I won't be able to play it this year, but I'm hoping that I get to play Light No Fire this summer of stream. Anyway, solo dev Ykev's Paper Clay is a charming 3D platformer with environments made of paper and cardboard. And in this short but sweet adventure, players control a chicken named Chick and his sidekick named Nugget as they set out on an adventure to rescue stolen eggs. So what is Paper Clay? You'll have to go over to Kotaku.com to really see what it looks like. But it looks like... what is that? The Chicken Little? Looks like a Chicken Little kind of a character. Billy Givens over at Kotaku.com put the article together. It's a Nintendo game, and I've got an embargo on Nintendo. So Paper Clay is a fairly brief little game that should take most players around 6 hours to see through its conclusion. Given its launch price of only $15, though, that ends up feeling like a pretty decent amount of content for platforming enthusiasts to sink their teeth into. I don't think so. I think this is a $10 game at most. Like other games of the genre, Paper Clay is also a collectathon with plenty of things to seek out in each of its levels. And if you want to collect every button, orb, and egg in Paper Clay, you will almost certainly need to play through various levels multiple times. And a few orbs in particular require you to have a lot of environmental awareness. You'll need to engage in puzzles such as flipping parts of the level to line up platforms and find items in the world. Says doing everything in Paper Clay can certainly increase your playtime by a few additional hours, possibly even double the amount of time you'd spend if you just played through it once. It's available for Windows, PCs, and with a Nintendo Switch version on the way, but unspecified as to when. Soon, TM. So the next article is over in the Wanted channel. The time it takes to beat video games has increased by 61%. These games take the longest, but come on, is that the point? Who plays Animal Crossing New Horizons in order to quote-unquote beat it? Yeah, I like to base build and collect stuff and maximize my skills, but I can never spend enough time, and it's a really painful disservice when I try and group up with people only to go, you know what, I gotta go. Anyway, Dasha Milden and Gail Cooper put the article together for CNET.com. And it says, games released in 2023 take an average of 56.2 hours to finish, while games released in 2024 take 66.2 hours. Both those averages are well above any other year in the past decade, the study says. So it's a new study by game site Solitaire, like solitary, but recently studied the games that take the longest time to beat and the time it takes to do so. And in just 2 years, the time it takes has increased by 61%. Just 2 years. I guess we're sitting around playing games a lot more. So Animal Crossing New Leaf and Animal Crossing New Horizons combined is almost 1,000 hours to 100% it. I don't know. So the main story apparently takes 62 hours in Animal Crossing New Horizons and 79 in Animal Crossing New Leaf. Path of Exile, it says 29, but you can play that forever and ever and ever. Payday 2, Persona 5 Royal. Persona 5, 101 hours. I figured that would be a whole lot more. So yeah, I like games. This does not take into account like base building, world building games. No way. Anyway, I barely really looked at that list, but the ones that I saw at the top, like Animal Crossing, I don't know, maybe grindy time. Let's keep going though. The next article is over in the Wanted channel. Having this gaming subscription feels like a secret weapon, and now it's available on Steam. It's the NVIDIA streaming service. Craig Donaldson over at pocket-lint.com put the article together. It says NVIDIA GeForce Now is now available on Steam Deck, allowing users to stream over 2,000 games in 4K 60 frames per second from various platforms like Steam and Epic Games. Your latency plays a bigger role in your actions when you have a streaming service because All that's going on is moving stuff from their server across the net to your browser. Basically, it's a browser app, and then you have to react. And so that telemetry takes time, milliseconds sometimes. Look at your ping and go, I don't know if this is going to be a pleasant experience. So NVIDIA has announced that its cloud gaming app GeForce Now is now available for the Steam Deck. At CES 2025, NVIDIA stated that this was in development, and just a week before the Switch 2's launch, it has finally released it for all Steam Deck owners. Yeah, it's basically a beefed up server, a whole bunch of servers that do all of the game compilation and then send you a stream of those games. It has 3 plans: free, performance, and ultimate. The ultimate offering is the most powerful gaming virtual PC for $20 a month. NVIDIA claims that the Steam Deck users will experience a 50% longer battery when streaming from an RTX gaming rig in the cloud versus in-house. Yeah, I can see that. That shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. All it's doing is browsing, really. It's receiving the frames. But I think they say something 60 frames, right? Yeah, 4K 60. All right. Well, our last article for today's WarCrafters is over in Technology Today. How to watch the Latin American Game Showcase at Summer Game Fest 2025. Summer Game Fest 2025 is just around the corner, and it'll be a weekend packed with video gaming news. The events kick off on June 6th, with roughly a dozen live streams scheduled to take place from then through June 8th. I'll be streaming as much as I possibly can. Among them is the Latin American Game Showcase, which will highlight over 50 titles from Latin American indie developers, and you can tune in to the YouTube stream on Saturday, May 7th at 2 p.m. I'm probably going to be ending up talking about all of this stuff because the game showcase is quite expansive. The Summer Game Fest is going. So Cheyenne McDonald over at Engadget.com put the article together. They have a link to all the info you need to know ahead of the Summer Game Fest, and will be on the ground getting some hands-on time with many of the games that you see featured in the showcase. So be sure to check in over at Engadget.com. But they'll have a YouTube stream, and a bunch of other stuff will be posted as we get closer. This is considered the first, so you've got roughly a week before everything. Well, this whole week, stuff is going to be dropping little bit by little bit. Like Dune just announced that it's going to be allowing for private servers, but I'm not really sure to what that end really is, because unless you're in the massive version of it with public servers, you don't have that whole world building dynamic and conflict. It's just going to be you know, up against all of the rest of the houses, but it's all AI unless your friends are taking the other side. I don't know. That said, I am ready here. I am ready for it. I am here for it. Cannot wait until later this week. So I am going to tune in the Main Street WarCrafters channel over at ohmTown.com. Go and check it out. Become a citizen. Hang out with me here on Twitch and the YouTube every day. So, and more so during the summer stream. So the next 2 months I'll be streaming a whole lot more. I just wasn't able to over the weekend because we had a massive change of plans that impacted my mayoral duties. So I'll see y'all in a little bit. Bye-bye.